Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the SoCal Sports Dudes podcast. Today I want to run down the standings in the NFL. So 6 weeks in now with the NFL season underway. Been kind of fun. This past weekend we had the last of the undefeateds fall. So just kind of want to run through, each conference and each division, kind of let you know where your teams are at. Of course, you've all been paying attention and stuff, but it's kind of fun, I think, to kind of look at where they're at now, where the momentum they have, what kind of injuries they've suffered, and to see what maybe we can expect from them from the rest of the season. So let's go to the AFC East. Miami's off to a 5-1 start, man. They've been a fun team to watch. Only loss was that beatdown they had to Buffalo. Put up 70 on Denver, man. That was something else. It's like a track meet out there with those guys. Tua's been phenomenal. McDaniel's been really getting the most out of that offense, so fun to watch. Buffalo's 4-2. The Jets just beat Philly, so they're 3-3 now. Going to be interesting. Going back to Buffalo, they lose Milano for the year. It just seems like I don't know, man. Just don't seem to be firing on all cylinders. They barely squeaked out an ugly win the other day against the Giants. Not very impressive there. Jets been kind of coming up lately. They started off really slow, of course, with the Rodgers injury. Zach Wilson, man, he's been kind of just trying to keep it simple, not turn the ball over. Their defense is really good. They got a running game. Just do enough to hang in there. And 3-3, there's a long way to go still. New England, man, having a tough year, 1-5. It's been a long time since we've seen the Patriots struggle like this. Is Belichick's job maybe in jeopardy? It's going to be interesting. AFC North, you got Baltimore at 4-2. Another picked up kind of an ugly win there against Tennessee this weekend. Pittsburgh had a bye, but they were 3-2. Cleveland, nice win there with a backup quarterback, beat San Fran. They're 3-2, and then Cincy 3-3. So that's a pretty good division right there, man. Cincy's, of course, kind of picked it up. They were start off really slow with the 0-3, 0-2 to start, and then got the one win. Looks like Burrow has the calf injury, but he's been able to put it together here for the last couple games and get some solid wins there at Arizona and then at home against Seattle, so not bad. AFC South, surprisingly competitive. You got Jacksonville at 4-2. Indy and Houston, a little bit of a surprise there, both 3-3. Tennessee, 2-4. Tannehill now has a high ankle sprain, so he's going to be out for some time. And Indy had Richardson. Looks like he has a shoulder injury there, so he might be out for a little while. Going to be trying to turn to the backups there, Minshew. And then Tennessee, I would think they're going to go with Malik Willis, but perhaps they get Levis some playing time. It's going to see, how it goes in practice there. AFC West, no surprise. Kansas City's leading the pack there, 5-1. They haven't been exactly setting the world on fire, but 5-1 is 5-1. Without really a top-notch receiver, it seems like, other than Kelsey, but the wideouts have been kind of but nonetheless, you got Mahomes, you got Andy Reid, you got Kelsey, you got Chris Jones, and they know what it takes. They've won a couple here, so they are a team that that can continue to roll with it. The Raiders 3-3, a little bit of a couple of wins here back to back. It looks like they've kind of pulled themselves together here. Kind of not always the prettiest wins, but a win's a win, and we'll take it, man, against Green Bay and then New England here. So I'm kind of a Raider fan. So Chargers 2-2. They were getting beat tonight by Dallas. I'm not sure if that's gone final, but last I looked 17-10. Cowboys were ahead. Denver 1-5. That's been a little bit of a surprise. Russell Wilson and the Sean Payton marriage. I don't know if that's kind of what people are expecting. We thought, hey, get Payton in there with a quarterback like Wilson, and he'll get it right back on track. But there's been the question been presented recently if Denver's kind of trying to tank to get one of these top quarterbacks coming in the draft with Caleb Williams, Drake May. You got Penix now from Washington, who's looking really good. So rich top half of the rich draft quarterback prospects there. So yeah, man, I don't know. Denver's also got that long-term deal there with Russell Wilson just kicking in. So yeah, you kind of wonder. I think they do have their own draft pick though. So if they finish top 5, top 3, they can maybe snag one of these guys. Maybe Peyton has his eyes on one of these guys, and they're kind of down, hovering at the bottom. We'll see, though. There's still a lot of season to go. Can they get a little momentum going and turn it around? I don't know. Over in the NFC, you got Philly in the leading the NFC East, 5-1. Kind of an ugly game there the other day against the Jets. I mean, they trying to throw. What are they doing there? It was like, I thought they were a running team with last year's old coordinator Steichen. Seemed to have the right play calling in place, and it just seems kind of sloppy there. Was it Jalen Hurts throwing the 40-something passes there? It's like, that doesn't seem like their style. And yeah, just Jets are kind of a scrappy team. You can't just expect to win. They've been kind of sneaking out some ugly wins here, so maybe they need to kind of pick it up here to keep it going. Dallas was 3-2. I think they're going to look like they're ahead of Chargers tonight, so that could be a fourth win there. Washington 3-3, pretty solid. Sam Howell, of course, now the quarterback. And the Giants 1-5. They kind of gave an effort there against the Bills the other day, but it's been a rough year for Giants fans. Just locked up Daniel Jones' long-term contract, and he's not been building on what he did last year. NFC North, you got Detroit, solid 5-1. Scrappy Lions, man. They got a big game this week at Baltimore. That should be fun. Like what I see out of Detroit, though, man. Green Bay 2-3, Minnesota 2-4, Chicago 1-5. Kind of a drop off there between the top of the division and the middle of the pack and bottom pack there. NFC South, you got Tampa at 3-2. Atlanta and New Orleans are both 3-3. And you got Carolina at 0-6. I think their pick goes to the Bears, right? That's a tough one there, man. Bryce Young. They picked Bryce Young over Marcus Stroud, and Stroud's looking pretty good there for Houston. Don't know if you could really say too much of the same there for Young. But, hey, it's still early in his career, and Reich's a good offensive mind. NFC West, you got San Fran 5-1. They're looking rock solid. Did get their first loss the other day against Cleveland. Deebo Samuel looks a little banged up there, so we'll see if he can, overcome these injuries he's dealing with. Seattle 3-2. Kind of a lackluster performance there at Cincinnati, but they're 3-2. Good. Kind of carry on what they did last year, making the playoffs. Rams 3-3, looking all right there, getting Cooper Kupp back now. They kind of were treading water there with him being on the sideline. Nakua stepping in, Kyron Williams, you have Higbee. So some contributions from other guys. McVay doing, I think, a pretty good job this year with seems like less talent or less big name talent. They moved on from a number of big names, and for them to be 3-3, that's not bad, man. And then Arizona 1-5. Of course, Kyler Murray out for the year, new coach there. They've been pretty respectable, even though they're only 1-5. That record, I don't think, indicates how competitive they've been and the effort they've been giving. Josh Dobbs has been all right. So I wonder if they're really in this quarterback derby here for one of these top picks. And if they end up at the top of the draft, will they focus on quarterback? Because you got Kyler and you just signed him to a deal. But, you know how it is in the NFL, man. You could move on from a guy and love him one day and trade him the next. And next you know, you're starting all over again. And then you want to reset that, the salary, reset the books there and get a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal. Could make it more favorable to build out the rest of your roster. So, yeah, man. But anyway, it's been kind of fun so far early in the season. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We just wanted to come at you with a quick NFL video. We'll keep an eye on it, and then I'll come up with some more content as the weeks go by. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.